Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So on today's tutorial we are going to be learning how to make a bustier, an off-shoulder bustier with a curved back waistline. So we are just going to get right into it. So I said it's going to be an off-shoulder, so we are going to take out 5 because the off-shoulder is not too deep. So from taking out 5, I'm going to take my half length, which we are using a half length of 16, and after taking my half length, I'm just going to draw a straight line down. Okay, so I just finished taking my half length. So I said it's a back waistline, a curved back waistline, so we are going to extend it to 22. The depth of the waistline is going to be extended to 22. So I'm just going to draw a straight line to know the full length of the back waistline. So I just want to cut it out so that there'll be ease in cutting. You get not to be having shaky paper and all of that. So I just cut out the excess out. So now we are just going to take our basic body measurement for the off-shoulder bustier back waistline, curved back waistline. So her chest line, we are going to be using it's 8. The chest line is 8, so I'm going to mark it and draw a straight line. And also the breast point is 9.5. The breast cut we are using is 13.5. The breast point is 9.5. The breast cut is 13.5. Our half length we are using, like I said, is 16. Then the extension is going to be 22 inches. So I'm just going to draw a straight line and label it accordingly to avoid any confusion. So the shoulder we are using is 6.5. Our armhole is 8, the armhole we are using. So I'm going to draw the line, and also that's our chest line. Our chest line is also 8. So from that chest line, we are going to take our bust. Our bust is 36 by 4. We have 9 inches. So let me just label it before I forget. The chest line, we have the breast point, the breast cut, and the half length, and the last place is going to be our full length. So we have chest line, breast cut, breast point, breast cut, and our half length. So now we are going to be taking out our nipple to nipple. The nipple to nipple we are using is, our nipple to nipple is 9 by 2 is going to be 4.5. So we're just going to draw a straight line and connect the points together straight down. So guys, I just drew the line straight, so I'm just going to be connecting my armhole to the shoulder so that we get, and I love using my French curve because the French curve just gives the right shape you get. So from the up of our paper, we are going to take out 1 inch on both sides, and also we are going to take out 1 inch on both sides from the breast cut, half length, and we're also going to take it down 1 inch down. Note, we are not taking 1 inch from the breast point. We are only taking 1 inch from the chest line, the breast cut, and the half length. So now I'm going to use a ruler to connect the lines from the breast cut down to the full length, and use my French curve to connect the 1 inch from the top to the breast cut. So guys, I just finished connecting using my French curve. This French curve actually makes the work easier, so I'm going to replace what I'm going to take out on my shoulder. Replace it. I took out 1 inches, that's 2 inch. So I'm going to replace it back and connect it back to my armhole. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Connect it back to your armhole. So this point that I'm cancelling are what we are going to take out, so it's going to be obvious for everyone to see that those are the SSs we are taking out. So like I said, we are using a bust of 36 by 4. We have 9. The one we are going to take out, we are going to replace it and put 2 inches sewing allowance. Also on the breast cut, we are going to take our under bust measurement. By 4 is under bust measure is 28 by 4, that's 7. Add our 2, then our sewing allowance. Yes, don't forget to put your sewing allowance, and please make sure you replace whatever you are taking out. Whatever you are taking out, which is 2, please replace it on the body, and don't forget to add your sewing allowance to it. So like I said, we are actually doing a curved back waistline, so I'm just going to use my French curve to get the shape I want. Please try and get your French curve. It makes the work easier and it makes your work neater instead of using your hand tracing a curve and at the end it's not aligning. So I just took that. So now to the depth of because it's going to be a sweetheart neck, we are using 7.5. Don't forget it's an off shoulder, so we're just going to take the remaining and connect it back to our shoulder to our armhole. We're going to connect it back to the armhole. So now I'm just going to cut out the SSs using my scissors. So guys, I just finished cutting out the SSCs and trying to level everything to be equal. So we are done with the pattern for the front. the front pattern. So now we are going to proceed to cutting the back pattern of this dress. So this is the front pattern for a bustier dart. So now let's proceed to cutting the back pattern. So don't forget, our half length we are working with is half length of 16, and this back we are just going to use the regular dart of a dress. We are not going to put any other extra dart on the back. We're just going to use the normal dart. So don't forget, it's an off shoulder and we are taking out 5 out. So taking out 5, you just marked my 16 inch, and I'm just going to draw a straight line and cut out the excesses so that we can work with what we have. Okay, so I just finished cutting. So this clothes we are doing, it's having a zipper. So we are going to first put a zipper allowance. I love using 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So just mark the points and I'm just going to draw a straight line down, connecting all the points together. I use 2 inches for my zipper allowance. So now we are going to take our shoulder measurement, which was 6.5. Then our chest line, we are going to take our chest line, which is 8. I'm just going to draw a straight line . This is the back. We don't even need to start putting the breast points, the breast cut and all of that. We are working with the back. So the most important now is just the chest line. Our bust measurement is 36 by 4 is 9. And also don't forget to put your sewing allowance. We are working with a waist 28 by 4, that's 7. Plus our 2 inches sewing allowance. So I'm just going to connect the sides together and also connect the armhole together also. So I'm just going to cut out the excesses. So for the neckline, I want it to be slant. So I'm just going to be dipping it by 2, taking 2 down and connecting it back to the shoulder. Just going to slant line and connect it back. And also in our previous videos when I taught about how to avoid zip budging, so I posted this method on how to avoid zip budging. You take out 1 inch and connect it back to the waistline. This method, actually I dropped the method 1, method 2, the method 3 too. I'm going to be dropping it soon. So you have to take out 1 inch from the waistline and from the half length and connect it back to your waistline. So it's just going to be slant like this. always label your zipper allowance. I love labeling to avoid any confusion. So this is our back pattern. So we are done with the back pattern and also with our front pattern. This is the front pattern and this is the back. If you notice, the sides are aligning to show that our measurements are actually correct. They are aligning properly. So now we are just going to label front and back, then proceed to cutting it on our fabric. So this is our back, this is our front. So it's very easy. You just have to follow the procedure, the steps accurately. If there's any question, you can ask me. So it's very easy to just get the pattern. So now I will go be cutting it on my fabric. Let me just get my fabric. So I've traced it on my fabric. I've cut the front pattern. This is the fabric we're using. So I'll also cut for the back. I've cut out the back. I don't want this video to be too long, so I just cut out for the back. So I forgot to put this shoulder slant, so I'm just going to take it out from the fabric and connect it back to my waistline. So that's what I'm doing now. Okay, so I'm just going to notch my zipper allowance for easy identification. So I've cut the front pattern and also the back pattern, and they are aligning. So the both sides are aligning like it was aligning in the paper. So I always like checking to know if I'm on point, and I am on point. So we've gotten that. So now we're just going to cut the lining of the fabric. I have to cut the lining at interface. Note, you don't need to add any allowance to the lining because I've already added the allowance on my fabric while cutting it with the pattern. So I'm just going to take the exact measurement of the fabric on my lining, the lining I'm using. So I've cut the lining for the front, so now I'm going to cut the lining for the back also. Okay, so I've cut it. So after cutting and also putting my stain on the clothes, so I have stitched the sides together. So this is how the inside looks. I put my stain, I used the hair stain on it, and here's the interface. So this is how it came out, and I aligning everything. So you should always remember, neat finishing should be a top tier for us as fashion designer. Finishing is top notch, and the Bustier is busting. So it's actually giving. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow for more videos like this. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.